Hi all. Good morning, good evening. Uh, Yesterday we discussed about what is about Oracle Fusion, and we verified what is the difference between on-premises and cloud, and what are the cloud models available like SaaS, PaaS, IaaS. And we verified also we discussed Fusion application architecture and user management. Mainly here we are having two users. One is implementation user, second one is employee user. Implementation is nothing but a consultants who is going to implement the SCM or finance fusion applications. We will create by using OIM. For a implementation user, there is no employee association. But if you come to employee user, there is an employee association. Why? Because he is an employee of the company. And a best example is business users. We will create these users by using HCM, Human Capital Management. This is what we discussed yesterday. Yeah. Today we will discuss about Fusion application security model and FSM, functional setup manager, and multi-arc. We will see what is the difference between in arc-wall and fusion when compared with multi-arc. Okay. First we will see fusion security, or we will call it as a fusion role model, role-based model, fusion roles. See, generally in arc-wall, how we will provide security in arc-wall. So if one provides security to data security, initially what we will do, we will create one responsibility. We will assign ledger or operating unit or inventory profile options to the responsibility. Then we will assign that responsibility to the user. That means whatever, suppose for example we are having 3 operating units. If I assign only one operating unit profile value to this responsibility and that responsibility assigned to user, that means user can access only particular operating unit data only. He can't view or he can't create any data against to remaining 2 operating units. Like that, we will define security models in arc-wall. Let me take one example to compare with Fusion. See, for example, I am having 3 users. Okay. User 1, these are the business users. User 2, user 3. Now user 1 is responsible, his duty is to create requisitions. User 2, he will create requisitions and purchase orders. This is his responsibility. We can call it as his duties. User 3, he will create requisitions, purchase orders, and also he will receive the material, means receipts. So if you want to achieve this requirement, what we will do in arc-wall? First, we will create one submenu or function, means requisition form. We will take one requisition form that is called as a function. Generally we will call it as a function or submenu you can call. Then what we will do, we will create one menu and we will assign these submenus or function to this menu. Next we will create one new responsibility 1, and then what we will do, we will assign profile options like MO operating unit, default operating unit, those type of profile options we will assign. For example, OU name, we will assign default profile options. Then we will assign that responsibility user. So user 1 having access to the particular responsibility, and he can create or view or modify whatever it may be. All the actions we are providing only on requisition form. If you come to user 2, what here we will do, we have to take two functions, that means two forms, requisition form plus PO function. Then we will create one new menu. We will assign this submenu to this menu. Then we will assign this menu to the one new responsibility. We will create one new responsibility. We will assign to that one two responsibility. Then we will go for profile options. Then assign to user 2. So user 2 having access to now PO and requisition form to the particular OU related data. Same thing for user 3 also. We have to create three functions. You need to create new forms. Why? Because Oracle already provided. So one menu we will create and we will assign this submenu to the menu. New responsibility we will create. We will assign operating unit information profile option to the responsibility 3 and we will assign this to the user 3 so that he can access he can create requisitions, purchase orders and receipts. This is how we follow in R12, right? This is the process we will follow. But if we come to Fusion application, as I mentioned yesterday, here there is no concepts of responsibilities. That means there is no menus, there is no submenus or no responsibilities, no even there is no profile options also. Maximum we never use profile options here in Fusion applications. So then how we will provide data security to the users? By using roles. By using roles. See what exactly here role is. Here generally we are having four types of roles. One is job role. Second one is duty role. Total four types. Job role, data role and abstract role. Okay, these are the mainly four types of roles available in Fusion application. See here user 1, what is the function of user 1? What is the duty of user 1? He is going to create or view the requisitions. User 2 duties, creating the requisition and purchase orders. User 3 duties, creating the requisition, purchase orders and receipts. So these are all called, we can call it as his job or duties. Generally we will call it duties. We can call it as duties. Same thing. So if we come to here, requisition is a menu. We created one submenu, right? Duty role is nothing but here duty role. It is nothing but if you compare to R12, it is almost equal to the submenu. That means what it will having duty role having the functions, whether it's a requisition function, purchase order function or receipt function. All these things having duty roles. Suppose for creating the purchase order, I will give you exact names once we go to the corresponding modules. For creating the here what we will calling requisition form. Here we will calling as a here also one to create the requisition one duty role is available. To create the purchase order one more duty role is available. It is almost equal to your function or submenu. To create receipts we are having one more duty role. So duty role is nothing but your in R12 it's all equal to the function submenu or the functions. So duty role, if you are having access to duty role 1, you can create the requisition. If you are having access to duty role 2, you can create the purchase orders. If you are having access to duty role 3, you can create the receipts. So if you compare to this example, if you want to achieve here, what we have to do? Here menu is the combination of functions or submenus. Same thing here. Job role is a combination of duty roles. That means if you want to provide access to the user to create requisition and purchase order, you have to create one new job role and you have to assign two duty roles. One duty role is to create the requisition, another duty role is to create the purchase order. That is all a job role. Job role is all equal to the your R12 in it is equal to the menu. Job role is a combination of duty roles, or it may be combination of another job role also. Generally, it is a combination of duty roles. So it's equal to the menu. If you come to responsibility, here there is no concept of responsibility. It's not applicable. Okay. There is no concept. So what you will do next, once you create the responsibility, you will assign the profile options to the user, right? Profile options to the responsibility. But if you come to Fusion applications, we are not going to assign any profile options to the roles. So how exactly it will work is, just before that, let me tell you one thing. See here, at what level we will enter the data? One is ledger level, right? We can enter ledger level data. That means all your accounting structure, all those stuff. Second one is operating unit level data. Means purchase orders, invoices, AR invoices, AP invoices, payments, all these are operating unit level. One more is inventory entity level. That means all your warehouse management, inventory management, you will enter the data at inventory level. So at 3 levels, we will enter the data, right? So what will happen is here, whenever you create any ledger, here we are having job role, right? Suppose for example, I created one OU. So what will happen is, immediately system will create one new data role. Automatically system will create. You no need to create any data role. This data role is a combination of your job role plus OU. So here what we are doing in R12, for responsibility, we are manually assigning the profile options to the user. That means I am manually assigning OU profile options to the responsibility. But if you come to R12, whenever you create one new OU, system automatically will create one new data role. This data role is a combination of job role plus OU. This is equal to the responsibility plus profile option. Job role plus OU. So suppose if I created 3 OUs, okay, 3 OUs I created. My job role is here, job role having 1. So system what it will do? It will create 3 data roles. How it will create? Job role plus OU1, job role plus OU2, job role with combination of OU3. So 3 job roles will get created. Suppose if you want to provide only OU1 data to the user, you have to assign this data role to the user. If you want to provide all these OU level data to the user, you have to assign these 3 data roles to the user. This is how it will work in Fusion. There is no concept of responsibilities. Duty role is nothing but your function. PO is a function, requisition is a function, receipts is a function. That is called duty role. Job role is a combination of duty role. So data role, how it will create? Whenever you create any entity, so for example, I created one new OU, system automatically will create one new data role. The data role is a combination of job role plus your OU. Same thing for inventory level and a ledger level. This data role we will assign to the user to provide the access to corresponding entities OU1, OU2, OU3. Let me give you some data roles so that you will get to understand. See, for here in Fusion we are having general accounting manager. This is one of the job role. So job role, what it contains? It contains combination of duty roles. Means you can create journal creation is a one duty role, posting is a one duty role. So it is this job role is a combination of duty roles. So this is a job role. This is what level we will enter data. General ledger we will enter at ledger level data. In GL module we will enter data at ledger level. Okay, next we are having payables manager. So this is related to AP payables. And for if you come to procurement requester is the one of the job role, and warehouse manager is one of the job role related to inventory. So let me take one example. Okay, here we are having all these three, right? Suppose first ledger, suppose I created one ledger. For example, ledger 1, I created one ledger 1, two ledgers I created, ledger 2. System, what it will do? System will create one new data role with the combination of your job role plus your ledger. That means system automatically assigning this ledger to this job role. That is called a data role. System will create one new data role. So if you create new ledger L2, system will create one more data role with the, sorry, it's not copying, with the combination of L3, sorry, L2. So if you want to provide access to these two ledgers, what we have to do? You have to, here actually it's not plus, just how it will create is general ledger accounting space your ledger name, general accounting accounting manager space L2 your ledger name. Like this exactly system will create. So if you want to provide access to these two ledgers, you have to assign these two data roles to the user, or if you want to provide access to only ledger 1, you have to assign only this data role to the user. If you come to procurement, see purchase order, procurement request is nothing but he is able to create, this is the one of the data role. That means if you see the procurement, at what level we will enter the data? OU level, right? OU level. So that means whenever you create any OUs, OU1, OU2, OU3, okay, whenever you create any new OUs, what system will do? System will create one new job role with the combination of data role plus, exactly system will create like this, your job role space your operating unit name. That is called a job role, combination of job role plus your entity. So here, sorry, it's not copying. OU2. OU3. Like this, system will create 3 new job roles. So depends on your requirement, you have to assign these data roles to the user. If you want to provide access to, suppose one user is creating only India operating unit requisitions, so you have to assign only OU1 data. Suppose another user is creating the requisitions against to all operating units. So what you have to do? You have to assign these 3 roles to the user. If you same thing, if you come to warehouse manager, this is the inventory level where we will enter data. At what entity level we will enter the data? Inventory organization level we will enter. So system, how it will create new job roles? Suppose if I create 3 new orgs, org1 inventory orgs, org2, org3. So system what it will do? It will take the combine one, it will create one new data role. It is a combination of job role plus your inventory organization. So depends on your requirement, you have to assign corresponding data roles to the user. Okay, this is how roles will work. I mean, security will provide in Fusion applications. See, simple concept. What you have to understand is submenu or function is equal to duty role. Menu is equal to job role. And coming to responsibility, this one here there is no responsibility concept. What next? What we will do in R1? We will assign profile options to the responsibility. Means responsibility plus for you. So here system will automatically create one new data role. It is equal to the same responsibility plus for you. How it will create? It will take job name, combination of your transaction entities, whether it's a OU or ledger or organized operating unit. These data roles we will assign to the user. So this is how it will work in Fusion. So any questions on this one? So this one you have to understand very well. Please let me know if you are having any questions here itself. Hello. 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 Hello, any questions? Any questions? Hello, Chandra. Hello, Shah. Yeah, any questions?
So actually we are.
Hello.
Hello?
Yeah, yes, Chandra.
Yeah, I'm completely new to this concept, so that's the reason simply I'm watching. So I think I need to go through the system, then all I can visualize.
Yeah, that's okay. But concept you are understanding, right?
Yeah, concept I'm trying to understand. Yeah.
How security will provide in Artwell? How yeah,
Oracle
Fusion.
and Apple and how it's in a fusion.
Yes.
I need to see in the
Yeah,
system
yes.
also.
So if once I create one new entity, means one new operating unit or ledger, then you will understand.
Then we can visualize.
Yeah, yes. But at this point of time, you are getting all these points or not?
Yeah, no issues.
Okay. What about you, Shah or Lata? Hello, Shah. Okay, fine. Next, what is the topic next? Fusion, sorry, function setup manager. See, generally in Artwell, if you want to do setups, what you will do? First, Fusion application. First, you need to have to access to the responsibility, right? I mean, suppose if I want to do purchasing related setups, what we have to do? I have to assign purchasing super user responsibility to user. So once assign this responsibility, user can directly go and he can do the any type of setups related to uh, purchasing related stuff. So if I want to assign user to AP related setups, what I have to do? We have to provide access to AP super user. So same thing, if I want to do setups for inventory, for example, inventory super user responsibility, I have to assign inventory super user responsibility. So see, here in Artwell, for each module we are going to assign one responsibility to user, depends on his role. Suppose he want to do first, for example, if you want to do PO related setups, he has to switch to PO responsibility, then he has to do. Then if you want to do inventory, he has to switch to again to inventory, and he has to do the setups. Suppose if you want to do AP, he has to switch responsibility to AP and has to do. But here in Fusion, what they done is they maintained all these setups in only in one page. That means centralized. So you no need to switch anywhere. I mean, here there is no responsibility concept, right? Here only role concept. That means you no need to switch the roles. FSM is a FSM, functional setup manager. It is a centralized setups. Once you are having access to FSM, directly you can do all the modules related setups at one place only. It's a centralized repository for all the setups. But from a FSM, we can't create any transactions. This FSM will be used to only create setups, PO setups or inventory, AP or OM, any type of setups. So here no need to switch the roles. It is a centralized place. You can find all type of setups in one place. By using FSM, you can do all the setups. This is a centralized repository. We will see. I will log into application. I will show you how FSM look like. Okay, then you will understand. FSM is a functional setup manager. It is a centralized repository to do all the modules related setups. Okay, but how we will access setups? See, suppose if here you want to do any setups in Artwell, what you have to do? You have to log into the, you have to provide access to the responsibility. PO supervisor responsibility, inventory supervisor responsibility, AP or OM supervisor responsibility. But in FA there is no responsibility. Only concept is roles. So that means we have to provide few roles to the user. So then he is able to access the FSM. Let me log in first. Okay. I think yesterday we created, right, one user. Let me. So this is the application. I will show you. What is our what we created yesterday? I think this one. Let me log in. Okay, not working. So by I log in with a standard user. I mean Oracle provided user. Let me create one new user. I think yesterday we created, right, but I forgotten password. Let me verify. Let me reset that password. So how you will create users? By using IDM. Go to user level here. Click on setup and maintenance. If you see here, how we will create implementation user? By using OIM or IDM, you can call it as a. Here these all are the modules. Click on any one module. For example, this is the purchasing. Where is the purchasing? This is the procurement module. Click on setups. So here you can see initial users. Click on all tasks. Here you can find all users related tasks. To create or view the implementation users, just click on create or implementation users. So it will connect to IDM. Here you are able to see, right, IDM. This is a middleware tool. IDM is used to create and to assign roles to the user. Click on administrator. Now just I am resetting the password for my user. I forgotten. So I am not creating new user. So we already created, right? B9. Just search here. This is my username, implementation user. Just I am using B9 as a prefix to identify our setups. That's all. Here click on reset password. So I am manually resetting the password. So uncheck this email. Just reset. Okay, done. Just I am logging out from this session. I will log in by using our own user. Sign up. So this is my user. It will ask to change the password. First time if you log in, just I am changing the password. Submit.